Hello. Today I'm talking about setting up a big DGB node. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need a mini PC, and you're going to need a USB drive. The first thing you do, of course, you're going to have your Ethernet. You're going to have your monitors, your keyboard, mouse, like that on here. And then after you turn it on, be sure to go to, first thing you need to do is go to BIOS settings. You're going to do it F1, F2, whatever it is for your device. And set it up for USB drive. The boot sequence. And do that. Then you'll be able to turn this on with this right here in there to boot it up. Okay. The next video and pictures will be me loading this thing up with the Ubuntu Linux version using Balena Etcher. And the video in there actually showed me doing a NVMe drive, which we're not going to do that because I don't have a board. When I tried to do it first time, the socket on it was bad, so I went ahead and used the USB. I'm going to use that route with the mini PC. About it. So here we go. Okay, the first part of the operation is going over here. Clicking on, if you haven't already installed it, install Balena Etcher. And it's going to say flash from file from URL or clone drive. I want to flash from the file right here. Click on it. I put mine is in downloads. So it's called Ubuntu. Right here, I'll click on it. And then I put open. And then I have this right here, Ubuntu as my source. And then the next one is I go to target. Okay, after I turned the device on, and I went through all the other ones to make sure it was clicking right. So now let's get back to this, to selecting our target. Okay, we see an X15, that's what it is. 15, 1 terabyte. It's got the device, physical large drive. Now we're going to select this one here. And then we're going to go flash. It says you're about to erase a large file, X15, correct. Sure you want to do this. It's not a storage file. Yeah. I'm sure. Starting. Now it's going to start to flash the device. Okay, my flash is completed. And I'm done with it. Just over here. This is what I've done. This is my thing. It's on. There. I'm done with it. So now I'm going to back out. Close the app. I'm going to take it. Turn my device off here. Turns it off. And then I'm going to put it on there on the other one. Okay, after you've taken the file off the computer, burn it onto this with Belina Etcher, the image, you want to then take this and this, put it in here. See? Put it in here. And make sure your BIOS settings are set to boot up to USB. Turn it on, and it's going to boot off of this right here. And follow instructions. You're just going to ask you some things. I didn't record or anything like that. I didn't know I was going to do the video. But follow instructions during the boot up, and it's going to ask you a bunch of things, which I'll show you some of it in this next slide here of what's going on, and then I'll get right back to you. Another thing I forgot to mention toward the end of it, it asks you if you want to keep, mine had Windows on it, Windows 11. It asks you if you want to keep the Windows and merge it with Ubuntu, or erase the whole Windows and put total Ubuntu on it, along with a full partition and everything else. That's your choice. I went and had it reformatted and put Ubuntu all over it, for the whole disk thing. Okay, after it done that, reboot it, restart it, put your, also turn the end of it, asks you for create your username and password. Do that. Then once you've completed the setup, the installation, restart it. It'll restart and ask you at one point to pull your USB out and it'll start the Ubuntu operating system, which is its operating system. And then it'll come up with the next page I'm going to show you here. It's a home screen with the icons and the little thing at the bottom, and I'll show you where to do the next step to put the node on. Once you have the operating system, then you put the node on top of that, and I'll show you how to have all the links at the bottom down there of where to go and what I did. So let's go to the next part of it. Once you get the screen up there, the terminals I showed, take the instructions that I put there, like down to start the Diginode Setup. Put that instruction one thing into the control, the terminal there, the CLI, which is control line instructions. Put it on there and put enter. It'll start downloading the Diginode and the tools and everything. This is a great way of doing it unless you're a Linux guy. That's the fastest, best way to do it, because Digital makes it so simple. It downloads the software, the node, installs it, puts all the parameters in there, all the default stuff, and it just, as I told toward the end of it there, which I showed, I was up there doing the Diginode. You just put Diginode up there and it starts the program. And what it does, it goes through all the checks, the operating system checks for node stuff, checks for updates, and all that stuff, all really, their batch file behind it. It does all this, goes down the road, line by line, it checks everything. It even has a place on there to check your portal. Also, you gotta make sure the portals are open. And you have to go to your router and open that up. It tells you all how to do that. And there's a place on the, I'll find the link that shows you how to do that. But once it's all set up and it shows it toward the end of it running, like I showed that last one, it start running into everything else. And that's the final thing. It just stand alone, just leave it alone, and just run. Unless power goes out, and all I have to do is just turn your Linux machine, just turn this right here back on. It'll automatically keep back on. So yeah, that's all it is to it. So thanks for watching, and if there's anything else that comes up, I'll be back.